Okay, so one thing I just want to say is that I didn't know that I made the church girl story into different parts, and I just want to apologize. I did not expect that, nor did I remember I did that, and that's just a sign that I should not be doing part 2s in the first place, I guess, on this channel, so I sincerely apologize. But on top of that, I just want to say I love each and every single one of you guys. Thank you guys so much. On the Bubba channel, recently we hit 400,000 subscribers, which is insane. If you guys haven't subscribed to that channel, make sure you guys go subscribe on there. Me and my Fortnite girlfriend are doing IRL content for you guys all the time. And on top of that, follow me on Instagram because I am posting crazy photos on there, and at the same time, you guys do know I'm like the hottest guy in the world, right? If you guys don't believe me, go follow my Instagram. But like I always say, make sure you guys do leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already, and let's get straight into this crazy story. Yo, what is going on, you guys? My name is Bubba, and welcome back to another insane story. So if you guys haven't seen the first part of me and the church girl, then you guys will have no idea what I'm talking about, and you guys should probably go back to the first video and watch it on my channel. But if you guys do know what I'm talking about, you guys are here from that story, well, here is where we last left off. Basically, there was one girl in my school who was, let's just say, turning down every single guy at my school. And by every single guy, I mean every single one. No one knew why until I realized that when I was going to church with my grandma, she was at church, and apparently she was a really holy church girl. So me knowing that, you know, like I'm a pretty holy guy as well, like I'm Christian as well, and you know, I'm good at feeling whole, so my opinion was to go hit on her. That's what I did, and then she ended up inviting me over to her house to finish a documentary she wanted to watch. Now this is what happens afterwards. I remember me and her, we ended up leaving the church, and when we met each other again at the lobby, she told me, hey, so like, is this a good time for you to come over? She went on her phone and then put on my calendar for some reason, I guess she was really on schedule, to come that night at 7 p.m. And I was like, oh, like, aren't your parents gonna be home though? She said, oh no, like they're going to like a little meeting thing that the church is doing, but I'm not gonna go. I want to go home and finish this documentary, and it would be awesome if you kept me company. Obviously, I looked at her and I'm like, oh yeah, like I'm down. You already know. I'm not gonna complain. And she looks at me going, awesome. Okay, bet. Here, just add my snap real quick. So I added her on Snapchat, and basically, I remember I ended up driving my grandma back home. When I was driving my grandma back home, I remember she was smiling, and I was really smiling the whole entire car ride. And she looked at me. She's like, Bubba, did God bless you today? And I said, yes, grandma. God really did bless me today. And she smiled at me. I had a crazy smile. And on top of that, on the way driving home, I remember I took a glance at my phone, which you shouldn't do. Don't look at your phone while driving. And I remember when I looked at my phone, I saw a snap from her. I smiled. I was excited. I was like, dude, I can't believe I actually did it, bro. Like, I did it. As if like, you know, I won like the lottery or something. And I remember when I got home and I dropped my grandma off, I instantly ran into my room and turned on my Xbox. When I turned on my Xbox, I remember I instantly wanted to play some Call of Duty with the boys since I had a lot of time to kill. And basically, when I was on with them, I told them, guys, I did it. The church girl, I'm gonna go see her today at 7 at her house. They're all like, no way, bro. Like, dude, you're capping, bro. Like, no, you're not, bro. Like, dude, why are you capping right now? Like, seriously, bro, there's no way you pulled her. And I told them, bro, I swear I'm going to her house tonight. They all did not believe me. They did not believe it one even little bit, which, I mean, I don't blame them because, you know, it was pretty rare for this girl to even say yes to a singular guy. Then I remember halfway through a Search to Destroy match with me and the boys, I ended up getting a Snapchat from her again. And when I opened it, let's just say it was a photo of like, well, let's just say something really naughty. I can't really say it on YouTube because YouTube monetization, but let's just say her cherries were really nice. And I was excited to see her at 7 o'clock. Me knowing that though in my head, let's just say I was like really hyped up. And she ended up sending me another Snapchat saying, I hope you're ready to do things my way. Wait, what? Your way? What do you mean your way? What is your way is what I thought in my head. But honestly, I just let it go and just waited till 7 o'clock happened. Then I want to say some time passed and it was around 6:30. Me, I got excited. I got dressed up. I got my clothes on and I instantly started sprinting to the door. When I sprinted to the door, my grandma was at my house still and she looked at me. She's like, Bubba, where are you going? And I'm like, Grandma, I'm doing the holy thing. And I left. I don't know. It was really funny. Holy, filling holes, doing all that stuff. I don't know. I thought it was a funny joke. But going on, I got in my car, my blue Toyota Celica, and I instantly started driving over to her house. When I got in front of her house, I remember I parked my car in front of her house and basically came out. When I got out of the car, I walked up to her doorstep and she already was there and opened the door instantly. Like, bruh, she was literally waiting for me. But I remember as that was going on, I remember seeing like a bunch of security like cameras around the house and stuff. I was a little suspicious of that, but to be honest, like, I don't know, I guess it's to protect them from weird people coming into their house that are not holy enough like me. Okay, I gotta stop with the holy jokes. But going on, I remember when I entered inside the place, I remember we instantly went straight to the couch. And when we went to the couch, she told me, oh, like, here's a documentary I want to watch. And it was a documentary about animals doing the devil's tango. It was like a nature thing, but like half of the show was legit about animals doing the devil's tango. So me, I was kind of just sitting there going like, okay, cool, I guess. And then later on, I remember out of nowhere, in the middle of like two horses doing the devil's tango, she put her hand on my thigh and she's like, all these amazing animals that God gave us. Can you believe it, Bubba? Yeah, I can, is what I told her. I didn't really know what to say, bro. I was weirded out. I'm not gonna lie to you. And then afterwards, I remember ended up getting closer and closer, and we ended up doing the Devil's Tango. Like, I mean, to be fair, it was expected, but I remember before we actually ended up doing the Devil's Tango, she told me that I wasn't allowed to put it in her there, so I had to put it in the peach. I don't know. I'm trying to say this without getting demonetized, guys, but then I want to say like 20 minutes later, out of nowhere, this girl decides to jump off me, and she's like, oh my goodness, my phone buzzed. I think the sensor went off at my house. The sensor? Apparently, she had a sensor for when anyone pulled into the driveway or pulled around like in front of their house or is on the yard, basically, and she gets notified of when people do that on her phone. So instantly, I just like looked at her and I'm like, you have like a tracker? And then she's like, yeah, but like, oh my goodness, like I think my family's here. You gotta leave like right now. I look at her and I'm like, okay. So I instantly start getting my clothes and stuff, but right as I put on my pants, instantly her family walks into the house, and we were in the living room watching a nature show, and her family walked in. Her dad saw me, and her little brother ended up seeing me. And you know, right when I thought things couldn't get worse, the legit pastor or priest of the church ended up coming up in there as well, and he's like, well, that was very unexpected and very sinful. Yeah, really, no wonder. So me, what I ended up doing was, well, the best thing I could do at this moment. I ended up running shirtless out of the backyard all the way to the front yard, jumping in my vehicle and driving away as fast as I could. As I was doing that though, I remember I was getting snaps on my phone left and right saying, I can't believe you left me like that. Like, how could you? Like, I thought you were gonna be holy and stand with me beside the priest and tell him wrong, but you didn't. You left. How could you? Like, dude, I'm not gonna deal with your priest, bro. So I ended up just like going home. When I got home, I remember I hopped on my Xbox and all the boys were like, oh, like, how was it? Like, was she a freak? Was she crazy? And all I said was to not go for it, because apparently that girl was looking for a husband and not just a fling like I was. Anyways, guys, that is basically it for today's story. I know it's kind of a crazy ending, but if you guys haven't already, make sure you guys do leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already. Seriously, it means a lot when you guys do. And like I always say, fall for more embarrassing stories. All right, peace out, guys.
My name is Baba. I'm still on top of the world. Devil's Tango with your mother. Of course, let's go. Should I make it a story? Let's click record. Got that TikTok with 2 mil hit different with some more. She said she love me, she kept. Should I exit for sure? I got 100K for my life's work, so mama said bravo. All these people on my street, love y'all till the day I go.